Hello everyone, welcome to my Sunday Funday reading recorded on Monday again. I didn't have time to record it yesterday, so we will do it today on Monday, and we will ask the cards to tell us what we can expect in upcoming week that already started. My name is Thea and I read energies using tarot cards. Before we start, I kindly ask you to read the description under the video and then we can continue with our reading. So on Sunday Funday readings, I read tarot cards, like my own tarot cards, or actually it's more like oracle deck. And I already shuffled the cards, so now we will take a look at the bottom and figure out where we are right now. And as we can see, we have the light here. So this is actually the Hermit card, and it talks about finding the light in the dark. So finding something like some kind of path in the dark. And here we have the traffic light, the green traffic light, which means that the road is open. And we have also the Queen of Cups. So as I can see, also those cards, if we take a look, those two cards are very light. They have white background, and this card is dark and has the light. So here I see that something clicked inside of us. So we had some kind of vision, some kind of revelation about our life, about our circumstance, and now we know where to go. Oh, and it probably, because this card wanted to show itself, it was probably very kind of shocking for many of you, to find this light. It was kind of like, bam, something, I don't know, maybe exciting. So now let us see what is the energy of the upcoming week, the basic energy. Oh, I said the road is open, and here we have the girl in packing her suitcase and going after whatever she wants to go after, I guess. But here we have broken heart, so something, but it's reversed, so maybe, let me see this third card. We find the bravery in a pain. So some kind of pain maybe happened, something triggered us, maybe maybe we did something and we triggered someone else. And but I believe that when we get triggered or when we trigger people, yes, it's painful many times, but in the long run, it's actually healing, because when you trigger someone is because you tell a truth, and this truth is not being accepted by certain people or by yourself. And truth, it's always pain, not always, but truths are mostly painful, especially when we live through the lies. Let's say it like this. So yes, now we are able to kind of pack our bags and leave the situation, or pursue something else, pursue a dream of ours. So now let's start with our reading, and we will go through all 12 signs to see the whole picture of what is going to happen. This is an all sign reading, and specific card is not specifically for your sign, but it's more like we are kind of revealing a story. So each sign is telling us a specific story. So let's start with Aries. Wow, the sun. So definitely we saw a light in the dark, very bright. So maybe we figured out some kind of truth, maybe we got an amazing idea, maybe we figured something out that we were kind of trying to figure out for a long time, and now we know what we want, where we want to go. And when you figure something out, it's always like sunny and bright. Your life feels happy because at least where you want to go. And also, if you were stuck in some kind of difficult situation, seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, it brings you happiness, even though the tunnel is still a long way to go. It's still a long way to come out of this tunnel. But whenever you see the light, it brings you happiness. It brings happiness into your life. So definitely this week we can see a lot of happiness, a lot of revelations, a lot of, you know, just clarity on where we want to go. And also I remember last week we when we asked the universe, the message from the universe, we got this rainbow and this dissected light. So definitely, you know, we now see the clear picture. We know where we want to go. Okay, now let's see the Taurus energy. Oh my God, it's the key. And we were talking about this key for like for as long as we are making those Sunday Funday readings. At the beginning, it was kind of hidden, you know, and we got it, we found it, but someone kind of stole it from us. So that means that some people who were, you know, we found the key for something, we found a solution, but then other people maybe convinced us otherwise. So we kind of lost the key, right? But here it is, brightly and shiny, brightly and clearly visible. The sun is shining on it, and now we will know, you know, where this key is and where to put it to unlock something in our lives. So let's take a look at the Gemini. Whoa, it's the Emperor. Very strong cards, and I like the just the color scheme here, you know. It's very like, it's very bright, very like direct. So here we have the Emperor card. So Emperor always, you know, knows what he wants. It doesn't matter if you are a woman or a man, but Emperor energy is someone who knows what they want, and they go after it. You know, they don't. They are strong in their will, and they will not, you know, they will not be undecisive. You know, just I feel here a very very clear mind. It's like you get this key and you know where to put it, you know where to go, and you are discerned to go that way, that direction. Very good. So let's now see the Cancer energy. A web. Cancer energy here is telling us that there is still some kind of trap on this road. So we have to be careful. So Cancer energy is warning us, be careful because you might fall in a trap. And this trap is something, you know, like maybe someone will tell you, let's say you have the idea to do something, but someone kind of tells you, no, this is a bad idea, you know, and then you fall into this trap and you kind of give the power to someone else, you know, someone else's energy and their own vision. We have to be careful about this one. So we will take a look further, and we will see if this is something that is very if it's obvious or if it's hidden or whatever. We will figure out what is this exactly. So now let's take a look at the Leo energy. The rainbow. I mean, the sun and the rainbow. I mean, it's just whatever I said, you know, we know where to go. You know, we know where to go. We know where. Probably even this trap will be very noticeable, very visible. We'll see. So now let's take a look. What is this? Virgo? The monsters. Oh, yes. If you remember, if you follow me along, you remember that at one week was there when I said those monsters stole this key from you. So those are people who are telling you to not follow your dreams. Whenever you cross your comfort zone, someone tells you this is stupid, this is not appropriate, this is that, you know, and then you fall into their trap. So those monsters are going to be very visible, very obvious. What stands out in this picture right now, very, you know, it just stands out so clearly, are those red eyes, you know. I don't know if the camera will catch it, but to me it feels like, you know, before, you know, when there was no sun, they were kind of, you know what this reminds me of, when you take a picture with flash in a dark, and those and sometimes, you know, your eyes just have this weird glare. Especially with those very old cameras, this is what usually happened when you took a picture in the dark, or in a, a darker light. And this is, I believe, it's going to be like this, when it's you see the light at the end of the tunnel, but it's so bright that those eyes of the monsters just became so visible, so noticeable, and you will spot them immediately. So whenever will someone try to kind of put you down or turn you in another direction, that it's going away from your heart and from your desires, you will be able to spot this behavior, and probably you will be able to fight it back. I mean, not fight it, but just be aware of it and not fall into this trap. We'll see. Let's take a look at the Libra. Here we go. Yes, the key is going to be very visible, and you will be able to put this key into the locker. This is all what I need to say here. So now let's take a look at the Scorpio. The Justice. Yes, I believe that this trap will be very noticeable, because even if you look at those cards, these, like, they all kind of feel connected. They are all kind of like, but this kind of stands out. It's like very different from all the other pictures in here. And so I believe that this trap will be very noticeable. So only, if you are very, 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 I don't know. I don't want to say stupid, but, I mean, no, I'm not saying stupid, because, every obstacle in life is actually there for a reason. And even if you run into the same obstacle over and over again, it's just, it's just the reason behind it is that you don't want to see the truth. You don't want to, just accept the truth, which is probably painful, but, this is the only way you can kind of cross this obstacle here. And so now Scorpio card here, Scorpio energy is telling us that we will find the justice in all of these situations. So, someone, you will be able to spot those behaviors from other people, or maybe your behaviors. And, after spotting those behaviors, you will be able to just win over them, and so this will actually bring you justice in the situation. Okay, so now let's take a look at the Sagittarius. Oh, antsy energy, like very nervous, very like, it's almost like, with this card, what I wanted to represent is like this very antsy energy, when you just want to hurry up, you see the end, you see the light at the end of the tunnel, and then you get this power to just run because you see the light. You were in the dark for so long, and now when you see the light, you just get this push, and you just want to, it's like running, when you run for a very long distances, and when the end goal is there, you have this, you just find some kind of energy to just sprint those, I don't know, last 100 meters, to kind of buy yourself some time. Let's say you have this, when you see the finish line, you just get this push, you get this energy, and this is what I feel here at this card. But this yellow dot is actually standing, I don't know if the camera will catch it, but there is one yellow dot here that is standing out, and there is also one red dot here. What those dots mean and what they stand out so visibly right now, I'm not sure just yet, but we will probably figure it out as we open those other three cards. So let's now take a look at the Capricorn. The picnic card again. That's funny. So we were talking about this picnic, I believe, in last week. Yeah, I believe it was last week's reading, but the cards were reversed. So it was like this. And I said we will get a lot of invitations or some kind of admirations. But, it's going to be kind of like antsy feeling. Now, I don't know. I have to take a look further. So let's take a look at the Aquarius card. It's King of Swords. Yes, I believe, because if you remember, I was talking about this feeling, about this story that one reader said, actually explained the energy with this example. When you imagine being on a picnic with someone, but this picnic ends with ants, so ants come all over the place and they ruin the picnic. But here I feel like this bravery of just, you are here on this picnic. This picnic might be, whatever this is for you, something beautiful, something where you enjoy your time, and there is something that is kind of like bothering you. Maybe those are those monsters, but you are able to just cut them off. So cut some kind of energy that is bothering you away. And I believe those yellow and red dots are telling me now here that, um, again, it's going to be very visible. You will find the leaders of these, let's say those are ants, and when you kill the leaders, they all go away. So I believe this negative energy is going to be so noticeable this week, that you will be able to just cut at the very um, leading edge, let's say. And when you cut the leader of this negative energy, everything from, like, the everything goes away, every negative aspect kind of removes. So the leader here might be, maybe you have this voice in your head that is telling you you are not worthy, you will be a loser, you are a failure, and you will be able to spot something in your life that makes you believe and makes you even think about all those things. And when you will find this pattern, when you will find this thing that is kind of making you say this thing to yourself, you will be able to just cut it out and say, no, I'm actually not a failure, I'm great, I don't know, special, I am who I am, and I am proud of who I am. Okay, now let's see the Pisces and kind of the end of this story. It's the bee. That's very interesting. um so this bee, bees are actually very working animals. Like, they are very busy, and they are very, they actually hold our planet together. Without bees, the planet would actually die, right? And if this card represents some kind of negative energy, let's say the what is the wasp is a wasp. I believe it's a wasp. The other thing of, not a bee, but the other thing that is not, as bee. I don't know how what's the name, and I don't have my translator now turned on, so I cannot take a look at it. But let's say those are ants. So something, let's say, negative, right? Because they ruined the picnic. And now when you cut the leader, there comes this, like, just this great energy of still an insect, but it's a completely different insect than ants, let's say. Bees are very nice. I mean, if you are allergic to bees, then, oh, that's not very good. But there is a pink background, and pink to me is very soothing, very sweet, very just very nice. So I feel some kind of protection energy from this card. So as you will be able to cut this negative energy away from your life, whatever this is, something will come into your life. Like, this negative energy will actually transform into something more productive. This is what I feel. So if we kind of conclude everything, now we are seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. We know where we want to go. We are ready to go. The road is open. The key is going to be very visible. So we will know exactly what to do, and we will have this power in ourselves to actually do it. Now there is a trap, but it's going to be very visible. And this visibility might come. You know what I got now? I got this association when it's raining, right? Or in the mornings when it's a lot of water in the air. I don't know how is the word again, but on the web, on the on the webs, you see those dots of water, and they are very visible, you know, because when it's when the air is dry, you usually don't see the webs, only if they're only if the light is kind of reflecting from them in a specific angle. But whenever it's rain, and if we want to have a rainbow, we need a rain. So something might happen that is going to be a little bit sad, a little bit like kind of like not very nice, you know, because rain usually is not nice. But you know, whenever there's a rain that creates a rainbow, it's usually a very nice and soothing rain, kind of like very, you know, just, you know, kind of to just clear the air for a little bit. And then, so something will happen that will clear the air, and you will be able to spot the negative energy, and you will be able to actually put the key inside. Now, the only trap that I see here is that some people might be, because those monsters are going to be very visible, so those negative energies, and some people might be, you know, kind of like kind of chicken out. But because I see the emperor here, I don't believe so, you know. I think that many people will actually find the bravery to just figure out that those monsters are just an illusion, actually an illusion in the dark. You know, when you are in the dark, many times you see the shadows and things that are not actually there. And so I believe that this is actually be very visible. So you will see that those monsters are just, I don't know, uh, some kind of, you know, in metaphorical sense, some kind of statues that became alive just because of your imagination, and you thought those were real monsters, you know. But then you will actually figure out that those negative energies, whatever they are, I believe we will find the bravery to actually put the key inside and find the justice. So we will find the justice. We will enter, we will exit this cage. And you know, there we have bright and light, I mean light and dark. So we find the balance between those two. We don't give too much power to this negative energy anymore, but we find the balance. And then, you know, again, as the situation will evolve, we will be actually able to spot something that is very, you know, I feel here something, you know, like whenever you go out of this cage, you have this rush in yourself, like, oh, now I want to do this, now I want to do this, you know, and you actually do something great, something amazing happens. And at this event, those monsters, those negative energies have no power, zero power. And maybe then you actually, you know, something here, I feel some kind of transformation here. So it's like those monsters transform into something that is not very, you know, because when you have bees all around you, it's not very pleasant, right? But actually bees are very sweet, very nice, and they care for our planet. So there are very good insects. They are not very pleasant, especially if you are allergic to them. But in a bigger picture, they are very, you know, very good for our planet. And now in more a realistic way of telling the story is like, if there is actually, let's say this is your parent, right, who is telling you, I mean, don't do this or do that, don't do this, you will look stupid, you will do this, I mean, you know, or let's say those are your negative comments about yourself. Then you are able to transform them somehow into a more productive perspective, let's say it like this. Okay, very interesting week. So we can expect a lot of big changes and a lot of, you know, negative energy washed away, being very noticeable. So this week might be difficult for some people, especially those who don't find this bravery. But I believe that mostly, especially if you're watching this video, you know, this video came into your life for a reason. So I believe that you will have the power to actually deal with those negative energy and just cut them off, you know, cut off the leader, and then something will transform. Okay, very nice. Now let's ask the cards for, again, my camera. again it's moving. Let's now ask the cards for a message from the universe. What is the message from the universe about this week? And also you see how those black cards are all in the middle. So I believe that negative energy will be just pushed in the corner. So positive energy is going to be all around. And even here, you know, like there is some kind of web, but now I see it differently. Now I see it as, you know, those monsters have no escape. There are bees, there are King of Swords, there is something beautiful. The monsters will not go to the sun, so nowhere here to go. They might escape here, but since you have this sword and you can cut the leader, you know, then you know that is kind of like blocked. It's like it's everywhere. They have blockages all around. Okay, very interesting. The message from the universe. Now we have this house, and underneath there is a lot of hidden areas. But now I feel like those lights that are kind of lightening those tunnels in the under the, well, under the, you know, in the under the whatever, in the soil here, they are very brightly shining. So you know, it's like if you turn off these lights and you go into these tunnels here, you are probably very scared because you know you don't know who is hiding where. But now it's everything light. Also, the sun is shining so brightly here in this card, so I believe that all the negative energy is going to be very noticeable, very visible. Okay, so now let's see. Here we have again this card, look, as the message from the universe. And we have the books. This is actually the Hierophant and the Magician. Oh, very nice. So yes, message from the universe here is actually very clear and obvious, and everything as we already said. So we are able to follow the sun. You see, this girl is actually going toward the sun. She's brave. She just got whatever she needs. She has all the knowledge she needs, and she has all the tools to you know, prepare a dinner, let's say. And by dinner I mean, you know, realize your dreams. You have all the tools to realize your dreams. You have everything. You have water. Everything is in balance, especially, you know, this card connecting me here with this justice card. Everything is in balance. So this week is actually talking about finding the balance between negative and positive energy, and just dealing with our negative energies, dealing with people or our own behavior that is holding us back, and do something brave, opening this, you know, taking this key and finding the treasure, opening, you know, escaping this mindset of being trapped in some kind of situation. Very nice, a very interesting week. Guys, I hope you liked this video. If you did, I mean, give me some appreciation if you want. If not, that's fine. And we'll see each other very soon, probably this week, maybe tomorrow. I will record some new readings that will actually help to clarify if these messages even further. Have a nice week, and bye bye.